Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving with family and friends. In this video, I am going to discuss the best investment that I've made in 2025 and probably in the past decade. And that would be, drumroll, you got it, a gaming PC. I decided to go with the AMD 9070 XT coupled with the 7800 X3D CPU. Thought it was a great system for me to start with, my first gaming PC. Also have 32 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive. Initially I purchased, and then at a later date I got a 4 terabyte because I realized, yeah, 1 terabyte ain't cutting it. ARGB fans and aquarium style case. So the only shortcoming with my system right now is the monitor. The monitor is a 1080 75 hertz. So basically my thought process was, this was my budget, and I can afford to spend this much on the best gear that I can get, or I can spend a little bit less and get a monitor included in it. I knew I wanted to get the 7800 and I knew I wanted to get the 9070 XT. So I would have had to go down to, maybe the 9060 and made some modifications, some changes to the overall system to include the monitor. My thought process was I'll spend the most I can on the system, and at a later date and time, we'll get a monitor. So being this Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday, I am currently looking for a monitor because I will be honest with you, it's not pushing that system at all. I look at the statistics on the card when I'm playing games, and oftentimes I'm not pushing more than about 30 to 35%. So we're going to be doing some upgrades on that today. What really got me to this point was during June 2025, I attended Summer Games Fest and all the activities going on out in California. I had a number of friends and family that I visited, and they all had various systems, a 2090, 3090, and a 4090. Sitting down to play a variety of games on all the systems. I played Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, Master Chief Collection, The Division 2, and so many more. I can't even remember them all. But playing all these games on their systems allowed me to see the power of a gaming PC, the visuals, the fidelity, load speeds. It was so many positives. It encouraged me that when I returned back home, I started to invest the time to kind of figure out what I wanted to do to increase my gaming experience. I've been locked in the console so much. They work. You turn them on, they do their job. But after experiencing playing on a PC, it just opened my mind to like the possibilities. And from that point forward, constantly checking and looking and trying to figure out, specs and cards and looking at YouTube videos of recommendations that they would say for building a PC. I did some shopping doing Amazon Prime in July, did some other things from MicroCenter. And by August 1st, I built a PC. So if you look at gaming over the past decade, you can see the evolution of how consoles now are basically mini PCs in their architecture. Games that were once exclusive to consoles are now available on PC day one. You no longer have this huge disparity between the two. No matter where you're gaming at, you still have the opportunity to have a game that you want to play day one. To go even further, in the comments below, if you've made that transition from console to PC gaming, let us know your setup and give us a little heads up about your thoughts in the whole process. Thanks. PC actually still, in my opinion, surpasses console because there are so many indie titles that are available on PC that are never available on console. And there's a lot of like MMOs and other genres that just suit very well on PC. They're not developed at all for console. So PC right now is definitely, in my opinion, winning the battle. There's no longer really a real true console war. It really is just kind of PC now is the dominant force. And if you look at what Xbox is developing and what Steam or Valve has coming shortly, basically PCs that are consoles. I mean, that is the now where the market is at. Why would you invest in anything that's a unique architecture where it makes it harder to develop? You've already have enough hurdles to go through to get the games developed. Just make a unit that can play games that are PC based. And that's kind of what pushed me to another thing that really pushed me to go ahead and do the PC gaming rig is because everything is kind of going that direction. It's the writing's on the wall. So why not go ahead and make the jump toward where the industry is going? So as in everything in life, there's pros and cons. So some of the pros that I actually found that with gaming is, one, outstanding performance, fidelity, FPS, visuals, stability, all that kind of stuff, top tier. Surpasses consoles in every way, shape, and form. It's not even a fair comparison. Even I'm basing it off my system and kind of mid-grade systems. When you start talking, way up 40, 90, 50, 90s, all that stuff, it definitely takes it to a new stratosphere. The upgradability. So if you do buy, logically, if you buy like a motherboard that can be upgraded with the CPU, upgrading the GPU at a later date, so you might not be able to afford a specific card at that time or a specific CPU at that time, but you can get in the door. Then at a later date, you can upgrade it. So that's another great thing that it offers. One thing that I didn't think I would be as excited about, which I wound up being very excited about, was customization. So my system is a full ARBG. It is so fun changing the lights and the colors. Seems so like childish, I guess. I don't know what word I'm looking for here. It's a lot of fun. It definitely adds a new element to the whole setup that I absolutely love. Is you can actually set themes. You can set the colors to match the game that you're playing, or if you want to set a specific mood in the room, you can do that as well. Disadvantages, as I said, there's pros and cons in it all, and the disadvantages would be the cost. Even for the system that I purchased, if you were to add it all up, and I bought my system before memory prices really went up here recently, but still GPU prices were still relatively high. It was before anything kind of even dropped close to exact number, but we're talking $1,600 for a system. Once you start adding all that stuff up, the price can definitely elevate well beyond a console. But let's just be honest. We've already seen the news from Microsoft and Valve. We know that those things are going to be quite costly. One of the greatest cons that I can think of when it comes down to PC gaming, and one of the things that really kept me away from PC gaming, is troubleshooting. That is the convenience of a console. You turn it on, it works. With PC gaming, with the updates of operating systems, BIOS, the hardware updates, all the general software updates, something can be updated and cause the whole thing just to fall apart and send you into a spiraling troubleshooting evening. No gaming and 2-3 hours worth of invested time of trying to figure out why isn't something working. And that is the biggest reason why I'd always avoided PC gaming. It's not the thing you want to do when you sit down a game. You want to actually play. And I do a lot of technical stuff already, kind of invest that energy more into my personal playtime. The benefits are still there. I think, the pros outweigh the cons ultimately. So what is the ultimate purpose of this video other than me telling you that I bought a PC or built a PC? It really is to say that investment back into myself, into the thing that I love, the thing that I appreciate, the thing that I take joy in, how much it's changed my internal disposition. You don't really realize sometimes how much the little things make a big difference in your life. We sometimes walk around and we don't need everything, but we do need certain things just to keep us excited and fervent and just pressing forward, inspired. So for me, this gaming PC, as I said in the video earlier, it's just giving me a new love, a new appreciation for gaming again. And man, I don't know, it got lost somewhere along the way. And I'm thankful I was able to find it, because gaming has always been a major part of my life. This PC, this investment has brought about my love and passion and taken it to a new level. So I encourage you to do the same. Whatever you find passion in, whether it is gaming or some other hobby, whatever it is, I tell you to invest in it so that you can have a better life. I thank you for watching. Have a great one.